Hey guys, hey, it's Mr. Lindy here, and today we're going to be talking about improper fractions and mixed numbers and what we do with them. So first thing I want to do is the best way to do it is just jump on in, and you can see it. An improper fraction is where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So notice the numerator is a 5, the denominator is a 3. So what that actually means is that we have more than one whole. And I drew a little diagram onto the right over here to show you. And what I'll do is I'll color it in to show you. So what it means is we have 5/3. So if you notice, these candy bars are split into thirds, and I have 5/3. So there's 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, and 5/3. So basically, you can see it right there in a picture that if I colored in 5/3, that I have more than one whole. Also, what it could mean if you give a little real life situation is I bought 2 candy bars and I was eating them before dinner and I got caught and I only ate one of the pieces before my parents made me put them away for later. So you can see that I have a little bit of a candy bar left. So how do we do this and what's it mean? Well, what I want to do is you want to take those and make them into what's called a mixed number. And then it makes a little bit more sense when you look at it. So how you do it is you take the numerator, 5, and you divide it by the denominator. So basically, how many 3's go into 5? One time, right? And then there's 2 left over, and that's over the denominator's 3. So if you go back and you look at the picture, there's one whole, and there's 2 out of 3 left over. That's exactly how you do it. Now, some math circles are going to ask you to go backwards, and they're going to ask you to start with the improper or the mixed number, so 1 2/3, and give me the improper fraction. So what you need to do is you need to take the whole number, 1, you need to multiply it, so whole number times the denominator. I'm just going to put den for denominator, and then you add the numerator, and then you put it back over the denominator. So it looks like this. So I'll show you over here. You go 1 times 3 plus 2. So 1 times 3 is 3, plus 2 is 5, and then you put it over the denominator, which is 3. And you look, it's 5/3, and that's the same thing as the one right here. So 1 2/3 and 5/3 are equal. So 1 2/3 equals 5/3. Okay? Let's go do another one. This one, we have 7/2. So you look at that, and it's basically, hey, I have 7 half a candy bars. So I go over and I'm going to color them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, perfectly colored. So there you go. You have 7/2, and if you just look at the picture, I mean, it's not always feasible to draw a picture because pretty soon we're going to use bigger numbers and it won't work. I'll show you in my next example. But with the picture right here, you can see it. I would say I'd have 1 whole candy bar, there's 2 whole candy bars, 3 whole candy bars, and a half of one. So basically our answer should be what? 3/2, right? Or 3 1/2, right? So now let's go check it and see if the way that you find the mixed number works. So 7 divided by 2. Okay, so how many 2's go into 7? 3, because 2 times 3 is 6. There's 1 left over. And there you go. 3 1/2 equals a picture. Now let's go ahead and switch it back just to see. So go 3 1/2, and I want to make it an improper fraction. So that means I want to make the number on the numerator bigger than the denominator. So you take the 3 times 2, and you add 1, put it over the denominator. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Put it over to 2, 7/2. So right there you'll see 7/2 equals 3 1/2. It's kind of fun. All right, the next one, 15/4. Now I told you I'm not going to draw 15/4 this time. It just starts getting too big trouble. So what I ask is, how many times does 4 go into 15? So when I count, I have 4, 8, 12, 16 is too much, so I know I can't go there. So it goes in 3 times. So I have 3 holes. And then 15 minus 12 is 3. So I have 3 3/4. So your answer is 3 3/4. Now just to check it, see if it works, go 3 3/4 here, and then you multiply 3 times 4, and then you add 3 after it. So 3 times 4 is 12 plus 3 equals 15, and we put that over fourths, and you have it. So you know that you are correct. All right, you can also do it on a giant number. Let's just pick one. I don't know, 65 over 7. All right, there you go. So basically all you do is you go, how many 7s go into 65? If you know your 7s, make a list. If you don't, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. And you go, all right, that one's close, 63, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now you have 9 holes and 3 over 7 left. Or 2 over 7, sorry. 2 over 7 left. So 9 2/7 equals 65 over 7. All right, so there's that. Now what if I just give you a number of, say, 3 2/8, and I want to make it an improper fraction. So remember, you multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add the numerator. So 3 times 8 is 24, plus 2 is 26, and then you put that number over the denominator, 26/8. And that's it. All right, we'll be doing a bunch of these in class, but I hope this helps you out, gives you a little introduction. All right, I'll see you in class, guys.